You guys, it has been a really crazy morning, but we got the Diddy verdict in and people have been reacting to it online. People are quite upset that he was only found guilty of 2 out of the 5 charges. We're going to break down exactly what has been said, what we are waiting for right now, and so much more. So we've got a huge update in the legal case this morning surrounding Sean Diddy Combs. A verdict has been officially reached, and while Diddy was not found guilty on the most serious charges like trafficking and racketeering, he was convicted on 2 lesser but still serious counts related to the unlawful transportation of 2 women across state lines for inappropriate purposes. These charges stem from incidents involving Cassie Ventura, his former partner, and another woman who has remained anonymous in the case. Each count carries a maximum of 10 years in prison, though consecutive sentencing is possible. People are just under the assumption that this is certainly not going to be what he's actually serving. He was acquitted on the most severe allegations, so he won't be facing a life sentence. That means he could be facing 20 years in total, but like I said, people just don't think that he is going to be seeing that much time. Legal experts are estimating anywhere between 15 and 21 months based on federal guidelines. Right now, Diddy is still in custody at the Metropolitan Detention Center in Brooklyn. His team is asking the judge to let him out on bail while they wait for the sentencing, but prosecutors are pushing back and want him to stay behind bars for now. So even though Diddy has been convicted on 2 serious charges, both related to improper conduct involving adult situations, he might still walk out of court a free man today, at least temporarily. And this is kind of the situation that everyone is waiting on right now. His legal team and prosecutors are spending the day arguing over whether or not he should be allowed out on bail while waiting for the sentencing. And the decision could have come out by the time I have this video up. At 1 p.m. today, they were to submit letters to the judge to kind of plead their case as to why he should be allowed to be let out, but his lawyers are claiming that he wouldn't be a flight risk, especially since the court would likely restrict his travel to Florida, Los Angeles, New York. His attorney, Mark Agnifilo, told the judge he treasures, I assure you, the opportunity he has been given, and he will not run afoul of anything this court imposes. Combs' lawyer, Mark Agnifilo, argued after the jury acquitted Combs of the most serious charges against him, but convicted him on 2 related counts that could carry prison time. Basically, they're saying that he understands how serious this is and would fully cooperate and he wouldn't try to run away. But prosecutors are not buying it. At least at first they were not buying it. They brought up his past, pointing to a documented history of his behavior and substance issues, and argued that he shouldn't be trusted to remain free while waiting to be sentenced because they just don't think that he would abide by the law. They believe that he should stay in custody, especially given the seriousness of the charges. According to ABC, when the verdict was first read, Sean Combs pumped his fist slightly when he heard he was found not guilty of racketeering, conspiracy, the most serious charge. Combs continued to look straight ahead as the remaining verdicts were read. When he heard the first guilty verdict, he rubbed his forehead. There was very little reaction from Combs' family as the verdict was read. His son, Justin, leaned down and put his head in his lap, while others looked straight ahead. Dana Tran, the mother of his youngest child, was in tears. As each juror confirmed that the verdict read was accurate, Combs nodded his head and mouthed thank you to each of them. When the verdict was done being confirmed and the judge gave the jurors instructions, Combs turned in his seat to his family and said, "I'm coming home, baby. I'm coming home." NBC also reported on his reaction, writing, Combs was on his knees in the courtroom with his head down in a chair, seemingly praying after avoiding life in prison on the highest charges in his case. Cassie's attorney has spoken out to the press since the news, and ABC reported the attorney for Cassie Ventura, Sean Combs' ex-girlfriend and a witness in the case, said in a statement, although the jury did not find Combs guilty of trafficking Cassie beyond a reasonable doubt, she paved the way for a jury to find him guilty of transportation to engage in prostitution. By coming forward with her experience, Cassie has left an indelible mark on both the entertainment industry and the fight for justice. Attorney Douglas Wigder said, "We believe and support our client who showed exemplary courage throughout this trial. She displayed unquestionable strength and brought attention to the realities of powerful men in our orbit and the misconduct that has persisted for decades without repercussion," he said. "This case proved that change is long overdue, and we will continue to fight on behalf of survivors." Wigder said outside of court that Ventura is pleased that he's found guilty and held responsible to federal crimes, something that he's never been held responsible in his entire life. She's happy. "I feel confident in saying he still faces substantial incarceration," Wigder added. Several stars online have shared their reactions to the verdict. Aubrey O'Day shared she felt sick, posting reacting to her television.
"Oh my God. The jury did not guilty on Cassie, not guilty on Rico. No way that Jane is going to be guilty. Oh, this makes me physically ill. Cassie probably feels so horrible.
Coercion involved in that. It could still be that the jury finds,
Ronnie,
yes, a person
I'm gonna vomit.
was moved across, which maybe we have a verdict.
Oh, please.
50 Cent, who is currently working on a documentary about Diddy focusing on the numerous allegations against him, shared, "Diddy beat the Rio. That boy a bad man. He like the gay John Gotti." Others online have reacted to the verdict, writing, "What's going to piss me off the most is Diddy releasing a statement acting like he's a good man and that God favors him. So disappointing on the Diddy charges. The evidence was there, and that's why Cassie went civil, because why should she have to go through all that for not guilty? Juries need to be taught about domestic and before they can hand out verdicts, I've been saying. How did Diddy's lawyers sleep at night knowing they just set a monster free? After all he put those poor women through for several years. I feel sick to my stomach. How is Diddy beating all these charges? That jury is so damn useless." The Diddy verdict is going to set a nasty precedent and trend for what people, especially those with wealth and power, believe they can get away with. The verdict for Diddy is a message to all women that they are not believed. Sorry to the women out there, victims especially, they deserve better. People are just confused how he can be charged with transportation of women for situations, but then not be guilty of trafficking. Like, one Twitter user also shared, "That Diddy trial verdict shouldn't divide anything. You read up on the case, he's a horrible person, very simple man." Which honestly, if you read anything that's been said in this case, or even just watch the video with him and Cassie from the hotel hallway, you shouldn't be saying anything other than this is a horrible man. It's actually crazy the amount of people celebrating this as a win for him. Like, I can't believe people are actually like happy. But ABC reported on people who have been posting online in support of Diddy, and Boozy posted a video where he was emotional hearing the verdict today.
"Man, I'm so glad Diddy free, bro. You know, the reason is because I'm tired of seeing us black moguls get took down like that, bro. Like, and I'm tired of seeing us black people go against us black moguls like that. And I feel like if Diddy was a white man who done all this shit for people, you know, I know he ain't paid people, but if he done all this shit for hip-hop, if he was white, they would have had so many white people out there protesting for this man losing his life behind a relationship, you know. And people always, Boosie was on Diddy's side. Nah, it ain't that. It's because I'm thinking about 7 children. Y'all thinking about one person. I'm thinking about these 7 kids who been in my kid's position. Not knowing if your daddy gonna come home or not is a burden on the child. So all y'all was like, no, I'm thinking about them damn children, man. So man, I'm glad he free, bro. You know, like I've been said, I don't feel he was guilty of nothing. You know, nothing but domestic. You know, but the court spoke, man, and man, I'm happy that dude children, man. I know his feeling right now, bro. I'm just happy for them children, man. So, you know, Diddy, sit your ass down somewhere. That's what you need to do. Grab Stevie J and your children and get the
People did remind him in the comments that Diddy isn't exactly free and that he will be serving time on top of the 9 months he's already served. We just don't know how much time yet. And given everything, like I said, unfortunately, I don't think it will come even close to enough time. I mean, it'll probably be cut short and he'll be given some grace like what we always see happen to these rich and powerful men. And I'm sure now he feels all the money he spent on his legal team was made worth it. According to a legal expert who spoke to Vulture, they estimated that Diddy probably would have spent over $10 million on his legal defense team by the end of the case. They explained that high-profile federal criminal defense attorneys typically charge retainers of $1 million or more, and Diddy had a big team working around the clock to get this man out. This whole thing certainly has a lot of people just feeling sick, especially knowing that he's probably feeling so good right now. But this was the news this morning of the shocking verdict in the Diddy case. I want to know what you guys think about all of this. That is coming out. Let me know your thoughts. I love you guys so much, and I will talk to you in the next video. Bye, guys.